Can I please call on the winner of the Miss Preteen 2025, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the stage Miss Taumoepeau Kata, the winner of Miss Preteen 2025. Paspasi mai. Hangene mo mea ina e whahoko ai whiau hi tau o lunga I he weekendi I he whiawhi tu si te ia. Ko ki whine mo ieni na ane I kuna ko ia ai whiau hi ko ia ko Taumoepeau Kata o ko ne kau whakataha mo ki tau tolu I he whiawhini. Teu teu puno.
Kai whakamaunga tuhe e te talawe Ki hoto ka hoa o ku whai aki e pole pole Ilo he tonga kotoa Ilo I he fo I kolote Kalafuape Kai whakamaunga tuhe e te talawe Ki hoto ka hoa o ku whai aki e pole pole Ilo he tonga kotoa Ilo I he fo I kolote Kuoka puna e I kale hau e ata Tangi 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 e fo I malau o e ta aki mo e ata O tumbo o mua Na alo ki he longo longo o e hau E whakame I te Tala he takala
Te paspasi mai ko e whine moia ko Taumoepeau Prescott kata pia mei he funga whanua pia mei eua ko ia na ane ikuna ko ia whiau hi taulunga ai Masani I he tauni. Tau tui pe ko ngahi tau pia mei heni te tau tui wakaiai ke whine mui ko ini ko ne kau mai ke katoanga Heilala ko ia I he kahau. Once again acknowledging there the winner of the Miss Preteen 2025, Miss Taumoepeau Prescott Kata, all the way from Ewa.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it's protocol and tradition, and on the final night of Miss Heilala every year, we afford an opportunity to the reigning Miss Heilala to address us and provide her final remarks in her role and her capacity as the reigning Miss Heilala. So at this opportunity, we'd like to call upon Miss Heilala, if she could kindly make her way to the mic.
At the moment, she's kindly getting into her next outfit. But other than that, let us once again acknowledge this year's theme, Celebrating Heritage, Shaping the Future, Miss Heilala Pageant 2025. Lava how's it been so far?
Look, I think the energy has been absolutely fantastic this year. The talent on the stage amongst our 7 contestants, and not just our Miss Heilala Pageant, but the Heilala Festival in general. Today we had the float parades through Nuku'alofa, starting at St Andrew's College and completing at the Tupou 4th Domestic Wharf. And it was just great to see so many crowds out there on the sides of the road cheering and the loud music blasting from our various floats today. Did you see our float parade at all?
We did. There was so many. It was very vibrant, and I think one of the highlights for today, seen by many, and it was unknown to many, that their majesties, they drove through with their official party on Tauwhaaahau Road, and everyone that was there made way, and that was just like a bonus to everything that happened today.
Not only that, but we also had the His Majesty's Armed Forces brass band marching this morning at Pangaimotu, and of course in tradition the cannon that was signalling His Majesty's birthday today and the raising of the flag. So these are amazing traditions that we have here in the Kingdom to celebrate the birthday of His Majesty, and not only that, the gift of a public holiday here in the Kingdom as well.
July 4th is always one to look out for. Also acknowledging this is 46 years of Heilala, the anniversary of Heilala, and as we're leading on to the 50th, we can only grow from here, Lavulo. And we see that this year we've got 7 contestants. Once again, we reach out to our Tongan diaspora, not just those overseas, but also those in the outer islands. Let's bring Heilala back. Heilala, the sentiment of why it all started. It was a celebration that focused around His late Majesty, King Tupou IV's birthday, but at the same time, we're still observing it with our current monarch at the moment. What are your thoughts in terms of building into the 50th anniversary?
Definitely, certainly there's a momentum building here in the Kingdom, and we see that this year with Heilala Festival, with the addition of the Heilala Nines. We've got netball competitions running, we have the trade fair and other activities. Tomorrow night there's the Give Back to Tonga concert, and of course on Sunday evening there's also a gospel program at Queen Salota Memorial Hall. So we can see that the event, although it's condensed this year to 1 week, the momentum is building as it grows and grows in this event as we move forward. Not only that, this year is also very significant, being the 150th celebration later this year of the Constitution of the Kingdom of Tonga, one of the oldest constitutions in the world.
Also adding on to that, not just the 150th anniversary, it's the 10th year of His Majesty's reign in monarch. So those are big milestones for Tonga, all happening this year, and also for milestone for Tonga. I'm not sure if this has happened before, but we've got 3 beauty queens of the Pacific, all part of Heilala this year.
Absolutely. Very excited to be joined this year by the reigning Miss Samoa/Miss Pacific Islands, who's here with us tonight, Litara Iramia Allen. Whātalo whātu ia te oe Litara, mātou whiawhia tele e te mafuta whātasi ma mātou i le mālo whaile tupo o Tonga le nei awhi talosia e te maua fo se taimi whiawhia i te tono o Tonga nei. We're also here this evening with the reigning Miss Cook Islands, all the way from the Cook Islands, ngā te pareo Marie Mawate, kia orana e kia manuia i te atua kia koe. Great to have you here in the Kingdom of Tonga. And of course, not forgetting our reigning Miss Heilala, Rachel Gutenbauer, who's like a reunion for all of them because they were only together not long ago at the Miss Pacific Islands in Honiara, Solomon Islands. So great to have you here. We hope you're enjoying your stay here in the Kingdom of Tonga.
I'm very impressed, Lavulo, with your Samoan and your Cook Island, but I'm also aware you've got a Matai title, so Good on you for bringing that out and acknowledging that Samoan part in you. O tatalele ai tongoto mo mea mai tau ka whakataha e proklama ko ia whewhini. Hange koe mo mea ki ai koe awha osieni mo o awha osieni o wiki Heilala wanoa wanima. Pa koe ia whiawhia koe wia koe taueni e whaono hono katoa ngai koe ia wiki Heilala. Taloeni mei he tahiwa whituhiwa. Pau ne whamahino mai ai historia ko tu au mai I he fonoani ko ta we faono lahi angea I hok ta o e lava iloa ola and I think o ko ne o mai ai tala te kau aki pa mo historia ko ni o wiki mahu inga ko ko tau fonoa.
It's definitely multi-generational, as you said. It outdates ourselves. It's been around a very long time, and it will be continuing for many generations to come. Very excited. I've got the signal now from our team behind the scenes that our reigning Miss Heilala is ready to come on stage and deliver her final remarks as our current Miss Heilala. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a warm Tongan welcome tonight to the reigning Miss Heilala 2024-2025, the one and only Rachel Gutenvale.
She's making her way on our stage.
Whawhetai ke o tua a hokulau Malia. Moia katoa pe o ki a te au, whawhetai ke ona huafa maoni o nie. Whatulo watu ke e ki whalanglangi, pe atuku mua ke hufanga atu he talaka kato o e whonua mo e lotu, kai ata ke whinemotuani ke whamonu hoku koloa. Koe koloa peia e tonga, koe whamalo. He koe ngahi lelei ko tā pē, o tau inasi ai, koe whuaki mai, mo wha ata e o tua. Kaneta e oua e ne kau mai, e ikai ke tau I he tuunga taktaha o tau iai. Whoki ek manatu ke taim tatau e tau kohili, ne liliu ek mo ui koe uhi, koe langi mo whatongia, na hiri whaki mai I ona whakalauni au koe Miss Heilala o e wafe wawha ke wafe wanima. Koe kakala, na aku kau aki, mo e fie whewhine aki, pe I he pōni, te uluwa atuia ki e taha o e kau whewhine, hoi fua koe ni. O ikai halea ia e mo ua, ke o atu aki, e whamalo loto haunga ia mo oni, ke pot ngau e tak mamata, I e whakotu e prokalama whakaofa koe ni, ke maulawe ai. Pehe ke kau sponsor ko tā pē, I e tokoni whakapaanga, pea malawa ai o whakahoko lelei, ai prokalama Heilala o tauni. Hei kai whoki ngalo aki mou tolu kotoa ka kai o Tonga. I Tongani, pe ha tapa pe o kolope na ke tapa mai, aki ho opou kia te au, I e whanonga na akwhai. O kou whamalo atu, I he lotu mo I whakaloto lahi, nei mai ma aku. Oku hounga. Isa, kai whewhe e ku 18. Kole atu ke mō lava ke ki olunga ka taki. Soi, Salome, Ami, Manoa, Aki, mom, my sisters, my best friend, friends and family. I salute you all because it was your unwavering commitment and dedication in believing in me that brought us this far. I thank you ever so much. And to my dear mom, my 3 sisters, my 2 brothers, my best friend, and the rest of my family and friends. Thank you for being my rock and my guide. You've stood by me through thick and thin. And walked with me through my storms. I am beyond blessed by your love. As my reign as Miss Heilala concludes, I stand tall and proud to have been of service to God and the King of the Kingdom of Tonga, a proud Whewhine Tonga. O kua Toatepi e kukole whamole mole kia te kimoutolu. Ka pau na iai ha te to whatongia ne I kai tāu pe hoa mo mo Amanaki. O kukole ho mo whamole mole. He koe tangata pe au, pe a whakangatangata hoku iwi malava. Kana I kai tuku halelei, ko hoku tūku I ngā tā pe eni, pe a tuku ke o tua Mafi, ke ne whakakato e tōnou nou. Tala monu atu mo o whalahi ke tonga kotoa, pe a ki he kawhine mui o tauni. All the very best and good luck to you all. And don't forget to be yourself and be happy, and always remember that you are destined for greatness. O whātu, lewe lewe whāoa kao tatau atu. Malo.
Can we put our hands together one more time for our reigning Miss Heilala, Rachel Gutenbau, delivering her final remarks this evening. Now it's been an amazing journey, so we're going to turn to the screen now.
Every reign has an end, but every journey leaves a mark. I stand here not with sadness, but with deep gratitude. Every step has taught me something about respect, humility, passion, and maintaining good relations. I will carry every moment, every lesson, and every heartbeat of my people with me, as I step into my next dream. Ko'otua, motonga, kohoputofu. I pray that God will continue to guide and protect our next Miss Heilala throughout her journey ahead. Malo Abitotonga and Ofalahiatu from your Miss Heilala 2024, Rachel Angelica Omanakakapu Kutsenbell.
Gentlemen, distinguished guests, we'd now like to invite our reigning Miss Heilala, Rachel Gutenbell, to take her final walk on the stage this evening. Please make her welcome tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time for our reigning Miss Heilala 2024-2025, the one and only Rachel Gutenbell. The time you've all been waiting for, we are now going to commence our Puletaha category this evening. Our judges and scrutineers are at the ready as we prepare now to introduce our contestants. We'll introduce the contestant, they will introduce themselves, and then as they begin their walk on our stage this evening, we'll begin the description of their Puletaha this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, though, let's give it up now for contestant number one this evening, the one and only Miss Lady Maria Tonga, Australia.
Maloelele, guests of honor, panel of judges, Pacific queens, ladies and gentlemen. God and Toga are a part of my heritage. I would like to pay my respects to our ancestors who paved the way, to our knowledgeable elders, and to our aspiring, promising, emerging future. Ko hoko hingoa, ko anali Pisa, Tanuvasa Chowli. I'm 22 years young. I hail from the beautiful village of Kolomotua. I come from a family of Mate Lona, and I reside on the central coast of Sydney, Australia. I am a proud aged care nurse, as well as a Polynesian entertainer with Spirit of the Islands. I also advocate strongly towards ending domestic, family, sexual violence, as well as the inhumane act of human trafficking. Please know it is okay to not be okay. Remember, you can confide in the Lord, as well as reach out to our community services and organizations like here in Tonga, working with women and children. 24/7, I am a proud sister of my 4 baby brothers, Joseph, Leland, Jordan, and Josiah. So I do not stand here before you only to embrace my Tongan heritage, but to use this platform to share a message and to learn some cultural knowledge so that I can pass that down to our future. Because celebrating our heritage and shaping our future is not just a theme, but a lifestyle so that we can preserve and protect. I stand before you humbly as Miss Tonga Australia. Malo, malo, malo opito o fa'atu.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your contestant number 1, Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia, Anali Pisa Tanuvasa Chou. Clothed in our national pride, our flag, our identity to the world, Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia chose the colour red. Not only it represents our national flag, but it also represents the Heilala flower. A flower that speaks about love. It speaks about harmony. The colour white symbolises peace. Tonga, the only place on earth where Sunday is so sacred that the only place open on a Sunday in Tonga is the house of God. The long sleeves of her Puletaha is a sign of respect. The sleeves and bottom half of her tupeno are woven to imitate the Tongan mat. It's a tribute to our women, the weavers and the keepers of our Tongan culture. The Puletaha signifies humility, peace, respect, and above all, love. Created and designed by the House of Lavache Contour. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your contestant number 1, Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia in the Puletaha category, Ana Lipisa Tanuvasa Chou.
There's a nation I can't hide. There's a town, Nuku'alofa, and it's calling up to me. So I return to my island across the sea. Kingdom of Tonga, Kingdom of Tonga, Kingdom of Tonga, Kingdom of Tonga.
Inviting on the stage, we have contestant number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Miss Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert, Taumoepeau.
Malolele, my name is Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert, Taumoepeau, Miss Pangaimotu Island. Today I am honored to be wearing Miss Villa Couture, and I'm very excited to share this with you tonight. Malo Pito.
Miss Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert, Taumoepeau. Tonight, Siosi'ana wears a daringly bold red puletaha featuring an elegantly draping pulu cape, paying homage to the royal family whilst expressing the valuable character that comes along with nobility. Proverbs 31 speaks highly of a godly woman, describing her as a woman of virtue who can also be recognized as a wife of noble. The noble characteristics, just as the Bible highlights how important it is for a woman to be virtuous. This vivid red dress accentuates the importance of noble character. The color of this multifunctional not only portray the bold character a woman should hold, as described in Proverbs, but it also holds a silver lining with our beautiful country's flag. A bold red was chosen by Tupou I to display our gratitude to our Lord and our Savior for offering his body and blood on the cross, paving the way to our salvation. The King chose this color for our flag in a gesture to pledge our nation's allegiance to the King of Kings, Jesus Christ, as Siosi'ana contributes her participation in the Miss Heilala of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your contestant number 2, Miss Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert, Taumoepeau.
Continuing the Puletaha category this evening, our next contestant to grace the stage, ladies and gentlemen, is contestant number 3, Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi.
Maloelele tonga kotoa. My name is Fungalaau Elisabeth Amanaki Mafi, and I am your Miss Tongatapu. I would like to give a shout out to Fit Life Tonga and Tonga Judo Association that has immensely impacted my theme for today. Malo.
Tongatapua's two-piece outfit conveys a vision for a healthy Tonga. The colour green aligns with nature and aspirations for growth and prosperity. Your health is your wealth. Koe tala o Tonga, koe mo uilelei. O kukau e mo uilelei, he kaweinga o kutokanga mo pōpō lahi ki ai a Miss Tongatapu. Pea ko eni whakaamu ke hoko a Tonga, koe whanua mo uilelei, a hono kakai, pe pehe foki ki hono atakai. Koe lanu mata, koe lanu oi mo ui. A ia o ku hā ia he taimi o ku mo uilelei, mo mahuai e kere kele, pe lanu mata ma ui ui, mo e whakaofa ofa, ai whonua. Kua whiri ai e Miss Tongatapu ai lano mata ke ne teunga aki he e whiawhini. O ku teu i aki ai lai a kau ke whakamahino ai mo ui lelei mo e ātakai mahu i ngahi lelei kotoa pē. O ku hā foki i he Puletaha ai ngahi ku pesi tupua. Ne taulu hono ngāwe aki me ono aho. O kau heni ai manulua. Toke lao wheletoa. Kalou. Fata o tui tonga. Au tapu. A mua mokofe. Po i hea. Moe lau manu. Ka koe ni ihi pe eni, o e ngahi kupesi tuu ki mua koia ai kakai tonga. O ku whawhawhangai, mo whakamahino, e ngahi kupesini, ai o lungaanga o tonga, ko e kakai ngāue mālohi mo aonga. O ku nau whakaha mai, ko e ngāue mālohi ai tonga, na e asi ia he mo uilelei ai atakai, pe mahino ai, ko e kakai, na nau mao ai mo uilo tolu, sino, atamai, mo e lau maarie. Oku whakaamua Miss Tongatapu ua, e tauhui e tonga, e ne koloa mahu inga koe ni, ke i kai ngata pē, he mo ui lelei ho tau sino mo e atamai, kai pautolo aki lelei foki mo tuuloa ho tau lunganga whakafonua mo e tuku whakaholo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your contestant number 3, Miss Tongatapu ua, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki Mafi.
She holds my heart within her wings. I found an angel, and she is all that I need.
Help join me introduce on stage. We have here our contestant number 4 for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Hapai Masani, Andi Liliani Olie. Paspasi mai, Papaponga Hapai Masani, Andi Liliani Olie.
Been around the world, but I always seem to come back to. I come back to my roots. Maybe it's in your face, maybe it's in your ways.
Malo lele, ko hoku ingoa, ko ati Liliani Olie, ko whawhawhangai, ai Miss Hapai Masani, wanoa wanima, ko Talita lele ki mautolo he whiawhini, malo o whalahi atu.
Gardenia, si oto sei mana.
Ko e Puletaha o e Miss Hapai Masani, wanoa wanima. Kotapu ke tala kakato o e pangai e kini, kai ata ke ufomatala ke teunga Puletaha o e Miss Hapai Masani. Ko e tupenu, lan wengenga, ai au tui akia ho Puletaha. Ko e whakatai peeni o e nonga, pia mo e Masani, kai fungani aki ai ofa, aia, o tauhi a hok o tua ma aku, o ko wikunai ai whatongia mamafa ko ia na aku lele mai ai ke u whawhawhangai o tuhapai i he whiawhini. O ko tui ki ai ngahi nge e stofe, ko e fungani, ke whamahino ko e o seni pia mo ngātai a hoku tokoni, he kua whanau ka kato ke mau mo ui me ai i he o tuhapai. Ok mo oni ho tau tala si pe kai ha. Pe ok fe ho mau fotunga ka ok fe mau ke mau kau pe he lau pe me o tapai. Ko e whakatai pe o e wowonga taha pe mo e ka whataha. ai
I he lolo tongani.
Taumoepeau mo e whātau.
Ngā whare ari ai taha kau whiau hiki he Miss Heilala tau anoa ua ni mā. I kai ngatai hako ki palpare mā whakateknikare he lolo tongani ke tau ngā i mea ngā ue wha rongo reo lahi ka i he time ta tau ke. Whenga pe ai kau ngā ue o e whareni.
Masani mai, contestant number 4, Puletaha Masani, Liliani Olie.
Continuing, ladies and gentlemen, with our Puletaha category this evening. And again, the judges have a very difficult job of marking all of our amazing contestants this evening. Next, we'd like to welcome to the stage contestant number 5, Miss SNS USA, Siniva Kolena Vaioleti Tuavao.
Hello. Malolele. Ko hoku hingoa, ko Siniva, ko Ulena, Vaioleti, Tuavao. Pea kua fia mo hongaia, ke whakapupongai, a Miss SNS USA, ua noa ua nima. Malo.
Contestant number 5, Miss SNS USA, Siniva Kolena Vaioleti Tuavao. The traditional Puletaha is a graceful symbol of Tongan heritage, modesty, and womanhood. This two-piece outfit, featuring a tunic and a wrap skirt, has been worn by Tongan women for generations, expressing cultural identity with elegance and pride. As a standout example of the Puletaha is often seen at church gatherings, family events, and even international runways. The Tongan traditional clothing Puletaha continues to evolve in design while honouring its deep cultural roots. The origins, craftsmanship, cultural relevance, and modern-day transformation, revealing why it remains a timeless emblem of Tongan identity, both at home and across the globe. Tonight, I have chosen a bit of light yellow lime colour silk material for my Puletaha wear, made to fit. Surrounded by coconut shells, when used in dressmaking, offer a unique rustic aesthetic and can be incorporated in various ways, from buttons and embellishments to structural elements. They are a sustainable and eco-friendly material, often chosen for their natural beauty and durability. Tied around my waist is an ornamental girdle around the waist, which is called kie, made of coconut husky. Within the center is a coconut shell, mainly worn by women on semi-formal occasions around the waist. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your contestant number 5, Miss SNS USA, Siniva Kolena Vaioleti Tuavao.
And our last contestant for this evening, contestant number 7. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for Miss Tika Way Creation, Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We have contestant number 6 before that. A round of applause, Miss Current of Love Charity, Vava'u, Miss Talita Fainga'a.
Malo elelei, ko hingoa ko Talita Vikatolia, Eseta Mola Fainga'a. I'm proudly representing Miss Current of Love Charity Vava'u. Malo.
Patuloa tu kai tuku ke uhawa tu pia mohoto ki Puletaha pia mei he lolo a halai walu. Isa e tuku afe e te laukau aki hota te unga whaafonua ka koe Puletaha ki e hou eiki whawhine. Neu whiri ke Puletaha lan pinki mai. Isa, ai lanu o yanga malu. Nonga, pia moe fie marie. Kai huluni ake Amanaki lelei ki Tonga'uiha. Aia, o tala e he tō ai la a, i he whiawhi malu, i he tawhalangi. Ko e kofu o kungani aki ai ngahi whi, pia to e whakawei aki e fo i wha i kawei koula, ka ko e pouturiki molmalu ai nofo ai whawhine tonga. O to e toa mai e tau kupesi to e lau peretoa, pia mei he whatawhata mawhana, ke kau i hono ve'e aki si oku Puletahani. Iyo, ke uno o loto e kupesi tuk whaoloni, pia whatai peia ke mahu inga hota tuk whaholo hou e whawhine. Oku whaha mahino ke au ai whawhotunga, pia ke molu malu, o tatau pe ko whea wheituu oku te iai. Ki whale lotu, pe koe ngawe anga, pe ko haka toanga ai tonga. O ko mau haloto fie fia, ke te tui ki ai hoto Puletaha koeni. O tatau pe i he wala formal, smart casual, pe ko whahinga ka toanga pe. Ko hoto kie oku contemporary. Aia koe kie pe koe tauwala, o kunehanga o whakawhai ke hei ai tonga, mei he toenga ko ia o mamani. Koe hingoa o e Puletahani, koe Amanaki lelei, pia nai tukunga i eni, pia mei he tamaiki o loto nei afu, pia mei Vava'u. Hangene ulawe ki ai koe Puletaha koe ni, lawe atu i peka wheituu, i whare lotu, koe ngawe anga, haka toanga pei tongani. O kou mau haloto fie fia, ke tui ki ai ai Puletaha koe ni, o hange pe koe ia koe whawhotunga atu. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you contestant number 6, Miss Current of Love Charity Vava'u, Miss Talita Fainga'a.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next and final contestant to grace the stage in the Puletaha category this evening is none other than contestant number 7, Miss Tika Creation, Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha.
Tonga'i, ka tupuanga, o kune whakawhotunga e ka hau. Celebrating our heritage, shaping our future. Tapu. Whakatapu ki e tau kakapa, whakatulo atu ki e matanga. Ka lawe atu ki o kupui tua. My name is Malia, Toatepi Tonga'uiha. O ko lele mai me he mapo avaia mo funga mahu e wha. O ko whiawhia ke o whakapungai, I miss Tika Creation ua whiwanima. Maloa pito.
Contestant number 7, Miss Tika Creation, Malia Toatepi Tonga'uiha. Ko Puletaha Creation o Miss Tika Creation, wafe wanima, ne ngā ohi whokia me he tau koloa tupu paholo, ko ngatu peta aki, pe teu aki e whau hina, te moe whau, ne haka aki e ti, te moe one patapata. Ko Puletaha, ko kofu, o ku nima loa, ke whakamangatu ki he whiwhinitonga, ai mahu inga, ke lufi honau sino, whakataha mo hono tupenu o ko tō lafa ki tōnga wae. Ko hono Puletaha, o ku ne whakawhotunga mai ai taimi, o ku puhi ai popua puhi, te afo mai hono ea hau whānō, o lawe ia kita, ka te o ngoi, ai moko ene lawe mai. Koe whau, ne whi, te haka aki e ti, ke ne whakawhotunga mai, e pautu o e popua puhi, pe toki tui nima ki ai, e whangaki one patapata, ke ne whakawhotunga, e afo goia ai tahi. Tene to'o lewa, a hono loo loto, I hono konga loto. Ke whakaha atu, a hono kie, ki hono Puletaha. O kono noo, moi kie, sisi whale, ai Miss Tika he whiawhini. Ko lahi hake, he tau e te ao tupu, hono te eki ke toi ngauhi ha sisi whale. O ko tauhi he ngahi misiume ke kehe I mamani, a ngahi sisi whale pea me tongani. Pea I e whiawhini, o kua veke, ke toi whakamo ui mai, e ngahi ilo, mo ngā ue, o ho tau kakai I ono aho, ke tau toi ngā uhi e ngahi koloani. O ku whakakakato aki hoku te unga, ha helu tuu hoa pe ki he sisi whale. The Puletaha creation for Miss Tika Creation tonight was made from our traditional clothing material, wheta aki, or white tapa, and it is decorated with hibiscus fibre. The two colours of the hibiscus fibres are the results of traditional soak and dye methods and also boiling in tea and sand. The long sleeves of her dress is a reminder to dress respectfully, and the length of her tupenu is to cover her ankles. The entire Puletaha presents an image of the blowholes blowing. The braiding of the hibiscus is to depict the thunder of the blowholes. Small sea pennies or money shells were hand sewn on top as imagery of the blowing sea water. Let me remove my cape so I can reveal my waistwear. Tied around my waist is a sisi fale. For over 100 years, this is the first attempt of making this traditional koloa of ours. There's sisi fale from the Kingdom of Tonga that are being kept at various museums around the world. But tonight, I am proud to revive one of our ancestors' artistry and creativity. May we continue to revive our stories and knowledge of our forefathers. My puletaha is completed with a helu tu'u, or a comb accessory, a common accessory of a Tongan woman. Malo Aupito from Miss Tika Creation 2025, your contestant number 7, Malia Toatepi Tonga'uiha. Ladies and gentlemen, to allow our judges another opportunity to see all of our 7 contestants wearing their traditional Puletaha costumes this evening, and also for the benefit of our audiences here and at home as well, we'd like to call upon all of our 7 contestants if they could come one more time out on our stage this evening. Mo pasmasi imai e kaupinimui e toko fitu. O kanau tui e nau Puletaha I he e piapini. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you your 7 Miss Heilala contestants in their traditional Puletaha. Let's give our lovely ladies a round of applause as they exit the stage in the Puletaha category tonight. Rana e aira hoki tātou ki te kuki airani. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to go to the beautiful Cook Islands. Let's welcome Miss Cook Islands, Ngate Pareo Marie Mawate.
Garo tonga, kokoe taku, he poene. Ei toroa, o kapuanga, uroro mai au ki te anea, o tu manea te waiwane.
Ladies and gentlemen, bringing the essence and the smiles of the Cook Islands to the stage here for Miss Heilala 2025. Let's give it up for Miss Cook Islands! Miss Cook Islands i te pōnei. Our first contestant to grace the stage in the Island Creation category. Put your hands together for Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia, Anali Pisa Tanuvasa Chou. Anali's Island Creation is a collection of everything important to Tonga. Her shawl or cloak represents what our ancestors wears in the past. The ngatu in all its natural elements, from hand-painted cultural motifs to its simple yet humble look. It represents the residence of our people to maintain and keep values that makes Tonga unique and sacred. Once the cloak is removed, Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia now invites you on a journey from mountaintops to waterfalls, through the lush Tongan rainforests to her crystal clear water and sandy beaches. The bodice of her Island Creations is made of fala, which is hand-painted dark brown to represent the rich soil that we live on. The 4 big yellow flowers cascading close to her heart signify whaka-apa-apa, respect. Anga whakatoki lalo, humility. Tauhiva, healthy relationships. And mamahi'i mea, or loyalty. These are the 4 golden pillars that unify and shape us as Tongans. The kafa, or coconut twines, connect us to the land as meticulously sewn onto the creations. The colour yellow represents our happy people, the friendly islands of Tonga. It also symbolises the many beautiful flowers surrounding our islands. Green represents our forests as a source of health and prosperity. Gracing the upper body of her creation are brown feathers. This pays tribute to our many native birds. It is also a symbol of peace and harmony, as the protection of our environment is vital for the protections of our lupe, sikota, koki, etc. Crushed seashells adorn part of her island creation as a sign of strength and beauty of our water and our ocean. Cascading below her hips is titifau, creatively woven and twisted to remind us of our kie kie, one of our most valuable clothing items. And to complete her look, a matching teki teki graced her head so that the world can be reminded that Tonga remains the only kingdom in the South Pacific. Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia's Island Creation was designed and created by the House of Lavache Couture. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your contestant number 1, Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia, Ana Pisa Tanuvasa Chou.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite on the stage Miss Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert, Taumoepeau.
Seen a lot of women, but I think it's time on you. Pretty brown skin girl, pretty as in the room.
My name is
There's an island across the sea, Kingdom of Tonga, Kingdom of Tonga.
Miss Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert Taumoepeau's island creation. Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert Taumoepeau's creation is a living canvas of heritage and homage. This contemporary island creation is inspired by the legacy of Her Majesty Queen Salote Tupou III, celebrating her enduring contributions to Tongan music, poetry, and cultural identity.
Across the sea, Kingdom of Tonga, Kingdom of Tonga.
This gown is crafted from Tonga, a symbol of sacredness and prestige, and lined with flowing layers of feta'aki that move like the ocean tides, a reflection of Tonga's natural beauty and spiritual rhythm. Each wave of the dress is etched with lines from Queen Salote's most treasured poems, softly whispering her words with every graceful step. Written, not to be shouted, but felt, they echo the quiet power of a queen who ruled with wisdom, grace, and unwavering love for her people. Natural shells and lopa adorn the bodice and borders honoring the ocean and surrounding us, while silhouette's elegance merges tradition with modernity, a tribute to the Queen's ability to bridge past and future. This is not merely a gown, it's a vessel of story, song, and soul, a contemporary ode to a royal artist whose voice still guides the tides of Tongan pride. Miss Pangaimotu's island creation was made by her beloved auntie, Sispati o Ha'ameahei, and Nana Sosina Lavulo Robert.
There's a town, Nuku'alofa, and it's calling over to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert, Taumoepeau.
Today I'm here with my uncle who will introduce himself.
Yes, my name is Earl Emerson, or Tongan name is Sioni Pangaimotu, and I'm the son of Matilda Emerson, and I've been here for 56 years at Pangaimotu. The outfit that we created for Miss Pangaimotu is made of pau and pueki. The pau that we made the outfit from was from the tree that we escaped to after during the tsunami. We escaped to this pau tree in the middle of the island, and after all that we harvested the pau from the tree and made when she wanted to become Miss Pangaimotu, we used a pouch to make the outfit. The pueki that come from Tapahi in New Tongatapu. When we heard that she wanted to come to be the Miss Pangaimotu, we sent a message to our family in New Tongatapu to gather the pueki shells, and they created the outfit. It took them a few weeks to handcraft this beautiful outfit. It's a collector's item, antique, not seen nowadays too much. Toatepi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Robert, Taumoepeau.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we're continuing tonight with our Island Creation category. And we're now going to move now to our contestant number 3. Let's welcome to the stage Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi. Tongatapu's island creation is named the Blue Dot of the Pacific Moana. The Blue Dot of the Pacific Moana was designed by Ms. Moala Faivailo of the Moana's creation as a distinctive style that symbolizes a nation that resets following a volcanic eruption, tsunami waves, and features colors of the vibrant nature of our people. Hunga Tonga, Hunga Ha'apai, and our islands of Tonga are small and insignificant in the vastness of the Pacific Moana. Koe te unga o Miss Tongatapu ua, koe manatu i aho taha nima o Sanuali wa Wewa'ua, mo munga afi itahi na e puna o ne kāpui ho tau otomotu i he fuefu. Ko te unga o ku kau ki ai ngahi koloa whakafonua ko e ni. Wheta aki, pau, tua niu, lau niu, te moi fofo anga. Pea o ku kosi ai wheta aki, I he whaunga tuku whakaholo koe sipi sipi. Koe pulu pulu, koe munga afi mo efu efu o vali ai wheta aki ke lanu efu efu mo uri uri. The cloak represents the volcanic eruption colors of white, grey, and black Tongan mulberry paper. Koe kofu, koe whakataipe ia, ke taimi ne pā te ulo e munga awhi o lano kula kula, mori mo inga. The dress represents flames featuring bright colors of red, orange, and yellow. Koe nima o kofu, koe lano moana ia, o tahi fitaa ne hake mai me o seni. The sleeve of the dress depicts the blue moana. Koe konga ki lalo o kofu, o ku lanu whakapopo uri, he ufi ufi e whanua, e he efu efu. Koe konga o ku sipi sipi, koe ngahi aho, hili e tsunami. Koe lano mata o Amanaki lelei, o ku lalanga aki e lo niu mata, hono a whei, kato, mo teki teki helo. The green accessories of the blue dot of the Pacific Moana reflect new life. O tua, mo tonga, ko hota tofia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your contestant number 3, Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki Mafi.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for contestant number 4, Ms. Hapai Masani, Ms. Andi Liliani Olie. Island Creation ko ia o Ms. Hapai Masani ke Fiafini o ku ngau hia pia mei he whau. Aia o ku sia ke kupenga o whatatau ia pia moi taha ngahi mau anga mo ui aho mau ngahi tukui motu pia mei o seni. Ko hono i, ko e kato, pia mo hono helu. Oksia ko toa pe ia pia me he whau. Ko e kahoa, ko e vesa pia moi hau. O ku ngau hia pia me he ko i pako. Pia moia na e tokta ki peo lano. Pia whatatau ke alaha. Aia, koe taipe ia o e mamahi i mea. Koe matai koloa ia si o kumotu o whaanga ko haapai. Koe sisi o e kake i o ki whinmotu ani. Koe pako pe moia. Aia na e whamomoa. Pea toki a mohi o vilohi whakahaapai. Pea o kune tala ai uhinga pea mohoku whaunga. Io o ngao he kotoa pe eni pea mehe ngahi koloa whakaina tula. Aia, kua wha koloa aki kita pea mohoku kai ngā mei haapai masani kotoa. Paspasi mai contestant number 4, Ms. Hapai Masani, Ms. Andi Liliani Olie.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next contestant to grace the stage in our island creation is your contestant number 5, Miss SNS USA, Siniva Kulena Vaioleti Tuavao. Miss SNS USA, Siniva Kulena Vaioleti Tuavao. Tapo moe a fio ai hao o maananga. Tulou, tulou, tulou. Kau hao atu he. Tuku. Ke o malu malu fafa atu he kakato e tala o e whonua moe lotu. Salute atu ki haapunake he whaivatala. Kaulawe I atu mua e kakei o ki I whinumotu ani. Ne osi whakateunga pe e nā tūla. Ke ufotu moia I he aho katoa ngani. Ko hono kake I te unga, koe konga wheta aki, ne koukai, pea tā whaka ingo ki ai, hono kupesi, me he esi ko Eleanor. Ko hono ka wha, nai kako pe me he pulu o niu, me he api ko kori whekai. Ko hono pule o tō, moi pule, nai o kufi, me he whanga, ko lolo o vava, pe lano he vai ko toko mea. Ko hono teki teki, koe pulu pe, kua kako mo teu I, e hono whanga mehikitanga, me he maka ko Pauline. Ko hono sei, koe pulu pe oi niu, ne teu I me he funga ano he hea I ne whangata mai. Leva he, kau tatau atu, Miss SNS USA, Siniva, Kulena, Vaioleti, Tuavau.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 6 for this evening, Miss Current of Love, Charity Vava'u, Miss Talita Fainga'a. Miss Current of Love, Charity Vava'u, Miss Talita Fainga'a. Tulou, tulou. Kohotovala Island Creation, na e ngauhi pia whakahingoa pe ia e hinga he kau ngā ko moi maheni, koe kumi ofa. Isa, koe kofunio ko ngaia e ua. Aia koe konga ki olunga, moe konga ki lalo. Koe konga koia ki lalo, o ku tui tui prapiva fiesta, hatahine Spaini. He ko Vava'u o kuiai ho mautala pia mo Spaini. Koe piva fiesta koe ni, na ngauhi akia ai whalavala lo a kau uli, au noa ai na e kosi o pao akia ai piva lo loa koe ni. Koe whalavala koe ni, koe lalanga pe ni he whangakui, pia na e tui pio ai pia moe kuta mo moho, aia nai o mai koto ai ni pia mei he hihipo o Vava'u. Na e whatapa aki ai piva, ai wheta aki hine hina. Na e whakapā ia pia mei he aloi talau. Koe konga ki olunga o e kofu, koe kofu wana. Koe wana kotoa nai halu kotoa ia pe mei he whau ne tā, pe tata o ia I Waipua. O ku whono, pe pito aki ai wana, aki ai lopa, pe mei he lopa o kulata ai taula, ko turi vota I mo unga talau. Ko hoku no o loto. Koe lai paongo nai o mai e ni he whangawha e, pia mei tānea, o nau kohi tuu mai pe ki loto ne iapu, te lia ai whatongia. Koe kahoa, koe lopa I pe nai whamomoho pia tui, pia whiwhi ke whenā pasi pia mohoto te unga. Koe uhi, ke ilongo fua kita e hataha, o ku kumi ofa I ha pō mahina I loto ne iapu. Ko hok tek te ki, o ku kātoi ai tu aniu, koe whau pia moe lai paongo, o fungani ake lopa pia moe wana. Koe kotoa hotovala kumi o fani, ne whakamisia ni e Gary Lavaki pia mei loto ne iafu, pia ngahi e Silioti Bave, pe he kia kuipo whakatawa pia mei he aloi talau. Si oto ofa atu. Miss Current of Love Charity Vava'u, Miss Talita Fainga'a, your contestant number 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that now brings us to our final contestant in our Island Creation category this evening. Put your hands together for contestant number 7, Miss Tika, Island Creation. Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha. Contestant number 7, Miss Tika Island Creation, is titled Koe Vala Tō Onga Ai Whiwhine Tonga. My most humble obeisance. Allow me to travel back to ancient Tonga and ancient times and bring to life some of our ancestors' stories tonight. Her first appearance is made of one and only lokie pandanus leaves used weaving for our ta'ovala. As she reveals her first look, it took her to her second look, which is the Valato'onga display. This is a traditional Tongan ceremonial wedding gown with mats. My attire wishes to revive ancient knowledge of weaving from both Tonga and Samoa. This reflects back to the story of Siosi'ana and his mother, Taimoepeau, on the island of Felemea Ha'apai. One day, Siosi'ana told his mother of his marrying the Tu'itonga's daughter, and so his mother told him to go to his father, the sun, and ask him for approval. While Siosi'ana travelled, Taimoepeau started to weave a ta'ovala mali. This mat was made from kie, a one-layer, one-sided weaving. The final waist mat was a kie tonga, which is believed to be the very first kie tonga. It is the top layer, a dominant, fungani, of the layers of mats worn by a Tongan woman on her wedding day. Kia Tonga and Ia Konga is also the prime mat of our Samoan ainga. A Tongan bride wears 4 layers of mats, with their other ends being folded as vakai, and they hold up in a way known as loku. And she will be removing them one by one, starting from the top to the bottom layer. The top fungani is our Kia Tonga. The second layer is efu, made from kie, but with cross hatch weaving. The third mat is called maopo. It is a finer version of the fihu. The bottom layer is a fihu made from kie and is woven double-sided. Now my dressing gown was woven from fau, or hibiscus inner fibers. It is woven as an adaptation of the Siosi'ana of Samoa. The knowledge of Siosi'ana making has been lost in Samoa, and reviving it has been the aim of many weavers. My headpiece, a helu comb or hat, is made from feathers and inner strips of the coconut trees. This headpiece wishes to revive the idea of the helu palatavake, also known as Taumoepeau, still survived and kept in museums in Vienna and Spain, and also a golden cowrie shell to complete my look for you tonight. Malo Aupito, Miss Tika Creation 2025, Auckland, New Zealand. Your contestant number 7, Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call all our contestants in the island category this evening to come back on the stage and showcase their costumes for our judging panel, as well as our scrutineers, and for all of you here in the Tonga High School Indoor Stadium, and for those of you tuning in from home tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, can we put our hands together as we welcome our 7 contestants back on the stage in their traditional island creations. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your 7 contestants vying for Miss Heilala in the Island Creation category. Masani mai e kau pine mo e to opitu o kuna o peipa ke kalauni o Miss Heilala I hona o ngahi teunga Island Creation he e pia whini.
While our contestants take there and they prepare themselves for the next judging event, which is the stage interview.
So without any further ado, let's welcome our first contestant on the stage. Put your hands together for Miss Lady Maria Tonga, Australia, Anali Pisa, Tanuvasa, Chou. Anali, welcome to the stage. Would you kindly pick a question from our komete this evening? And Salote will hand you the mic, and I will read the question twice tonight. The question is on the topic of tourism. As an ambassador for Tonga, how would you promote our unique culture and traditions to international visitors? I'll read that one more time. As an ambassador for Tonga, how would you promote our unique culture and traditions to international visitors?
Me being present here tonight is a clear example of promoting Tonga to the world. People have told me that Miss Heilala is a small pageant, but it's not. It's broadcasted all over the world because Tongans have traveled all over the world. And what I love is that no matter what country you're in, you know when you've passed a Tongan. They wear it with pride, they speak with humility. The way that I would promote Tonga is through dancing, which is one way I already currently do. I am also trying to learn the Tongan language. Unfortunately, I am not fluent, but this is one way of preserving and promoting it, not only to myself, but to others around me, is learning my language, practicing the taulunga. And though I live in Australia, I'm not ashamed to say that I am Tongan. And I think what's unique is that I may only be a quarter, 10%, a millimeter. It doesn't matter what percentage you are Tongan. You need to speak it with pride, walk with pride, say, I am Tongan. The way that we use the Tongan pillars of our culture, loyalty, compassion, maintaining, cultivating relationships, having whakaapapa, respect not only to our elders, but to our youth. I will try my best, despite or regardless of the outcome tonight, to continue promoting Tonga to the world through social media, through personal relationships, and so forth. Malo apito, ofatu.
Malo aupito, Miss Lady Maria Tonga, Australia. Put your hands together for Anali Pisa, Tanuvasa, Chou.
Ladies and gentlemen, our contestant number 2 for Miss Heilala 2025, Miss Pangaimotu, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau, Paspasi Mai. Ms. Pangaimotu, your question is on mental health. I'll read it twice before you answer. Why is it important to talk openly about mental health in Tonga? Why is it important to talk openly about mental health in Tonga?
Malo apito. It is important to talk about mental health in Tonga because what stays in the dark can't be fixed, acknowledged, addressed, or discussed. So although it is vulnerable, I admit, to share about the struggles that you face in your heart, in your mind, and in your soul, it's important for us, again, to come together as a people and be understanding on both ends. one, in sharing, and two, in receiving, in order for our youth, as well as for all generations, to continue to grow and develop and strive for a better Tonga. We need to be able to be open to all channels of communication, whether online or in person, in our homes, our workplace, our churches, and our schools. So I encourage all of our this younger generation coming up, but as well as our teachers and our leaders and our government leaders, to lead by example and to be courageous in the fact that you're not alone, and our people and our stories will encourage us and inspire us. These testimonies that have grounded us in our faith and in our history, we need to remember what's been done. And what's amazing is that our country is rooted in faith, in the God of the Bible. And what I encourage you all to do is to remember that, rally each other, and remember that we serve a God that will never fail us. So, maloa pito e nofalahi atu.
Ladies and gentlemen, your contestant number 2 for this evening, Miss Pangaimotu, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
Continuing on, ladies and gentlemen, in our stage interview this evening, I'd like to call upon contestant number 3, Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi. So once again, the question will be read twice. The topic for you tonight is culture. And the question is, if you had to describe Tonga's greatest cultural strength to the world, what would it be and why? I'll read that again. If you had to describe Tonga's greatest cultural strength to the world, what would it be and why?
Tonga's cultural strength is pride. We can see it through our rugby teams. We can see it through our netball teams. We can see it through our cultural dances. Pride is in our hearts. Pride is in our maufana. Pride is in our culture, because it is important that we support each other, that we are proud to be Tongans, that we are proud to go and scream out for our nation, no matter where we are. Because even though we are humble, even though we are loving, we are still proud to be Tongan as Christians and as strong warriors of God. And that is the most cultural value that we own. Maloa pito.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi.
Our contestant number 4 for this evening, welcome on stage for her stage interview, Miss Hapai Masani, Ati Liliani Olie. Miss Hapai Masani, your question is on sports. I'll read it twice, and I'm happy to do it in Tongan too, if you'd like. Tongan? Okay. So your question on sports is, what skills can a young person learn from playing sports that will help them become a strong leader? Ms. Hapai Masani ko whehui, ko hanai hangai tau kei, i ho tuunga, ko Taumoepeau ko e whanua, te ke ako pia mei he sipoti, aia tene toko ni i koe, ki o hoko ko e tak he whanua. Te toi aia pe ho whehui, ko hanai hangahi le soni, pe ko hangahi tau kei, te ke to'o pia mei he sipoti, e tokoni, ki ho hoko ko e Taumoepeau, ka ko e taki o Tonga.
Malo o pito e mau whehui. Ko tui ko e le soni te wako me he sipoti, ko e mo'i lelei. Ko e taimini whoki Tonga ni ku lahi e kau maha ki, u whanga whakatapu. Pea o ku pēkataha pele soni ko whemau ke wako me he sipoti. Te whanga whai e sipoti ke whanau i ki, Ko no inga ke nau alko ke nau fulahi pe ko nau matuatua ke nau maua mo i lelei. But the time ko te nau maua mo i lelei, te nau hokai ko ngai taki lelei I e whanua. Ko ia pe malo o whalai.
Paspasi I mai, hapai Masani, Miss Ati, Liliani Olie, Mwene peho I koia I e sipoti.
Let's move now to contestant number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage Miss S&S USA, Siniva Ku'ulena Vaioleti Tuavau. So the topic of your question, and I'll read it twice, is labour shortages. The seasonal work scheme provides income for families, but Tonga is now facing shortages in key sectors like tourism. How should Tonga strike a balance between supporting overseas opportunities and protecting our local workforce? I'll read that again, it's a very long question. The topic is labour shortages, and the question reads, the seasonal work scheme provides income for families, but Tonga is now facing shortages in key sectors like tourism. How should Tonga strike a balance between supporting overseas opportunities and protecting our local workforce?
Thank you for your question. In order to keep the balance for labor shortage, my advice to Tonga would be to raise the minimum wage in order to keep people here within the country. I see it as no reason for our own people to go out overseas to work in other countries, laboring for other countries, when we have a country of our own to take care of. I think that it is very important if our government were to take action and to listen to what the people have to say, listen to their wants and listen to their needs. And in order to try and balance that out, I suggest that they would not make it more strict, but kind of change the way they allow people to go overseas, like, for example, through the visas, to kind of make it more strict to where there's only a particular group of people who can go overseas, where it's not accessible to just everybody from ages 18 and up. I feel that people working overseas, they don't need everybody in Tonga. Tonga needs our own people. Koyape malo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Miss S&S USA, Siniva Ku'ulena Vaioleti Tuavau. That is our contestant number 5 this evening in the stage interview. We'll afford a few moments to our judging panel.
Moving on to our next contestant, I am happy to announce Miss Current of Love Charity Vava'u, Talita Fainga'a, Heilala Pageant. Paspasi mai, Miss Charity of Love Vava'u. Miss Current of Love Charity Vava'u, your question is on technology. I'll read it twice before you answer. What advice would you give young people to stay safe online? Your question reads, what advice would you give young people to stay safe online?
Technology, social media. But in this digital world, I believe that we should remain strong. Pia moe tau ka veinga koe whakaapa-apa. Oku whaingata age tau mo ui whakaapa-apa I he ngawe aki ai social media, especially in technology. Ka hoka technology is a tools. Ka wanga whewhe e tau ngawe aki a. Ka whakalotola he koe ke young people. Ko mea ke tau manatu I, behind every screen is a real person. Pag mau inga ko tau pe ko he tau lea, ko tau post ko tau pe, ko tau kamata pe ke tau whahako ngai lea I he social media, mono ngā ake technology, tau whakaukau. Ko haina e awheki ni, e tau tukui fo nai hataha I ngai mea ko tau whakahoko ko ni. It's something that we should remain and manatu I maupe. E tau hoko koe tangata I Tonga, koe whewhine I Tonga, o ku tau manatu I maupe tau whahe kawe kola. Neo ngohe pepo koe hae ngai teknolosia, hoku nau tau mo oi iha taimi o ku fast changing world whaingata ke tau mapulei a ki tau tolu. Ka e tamte tau manatu ki tau tolu te tau lava pe o mapulei, a ngai lea mo ngai mea ko tau pe te tau lava whakao ngai. Pe koe kutali pe ko whai malo au pito.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Current of Love, Charity Vava'u, Talita Fainga'a.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it's time now for our final contestant in the stage interview this evening. Please put our hands together for contestant number 7, Miss Tika Creations, Malia Toatepi Tonga'uiha. So again, the question will be read twice. Your topic tonight is climate change. Climate change is already affecting small island nations like Tonga. What role do you think young people like yourself can play in protecting our environment and our future? I'll read that again. Climate change is already affecting small island nations like Tonga. What role do you think young people like yourself can play in protecting our environment and future?
Thank you for your question. In my opinion, young people like me are all over social media, and social media is growing day to day. And I think that spreading the word on social media as young adults will really help spread the word clearly to everyone and to go down to generations. Tonga, I believe, will always be affected by climate change. And to help, we must start now. So, hypothetically, using this platform, I would raise awareness to the issue. It's as simple as jumping on social media and letting our people know what has happened to Tonga, while we were going through the effects of climate change, such as the rising sea levels, the impact it's made on our home. I think that if that were to continue on, we wouldn't have a home anymore. So I encourage, as young people, that social media would be our first step. Koia pia malo.
Malo pito mo paspasi mai a Malia Toatepi Tonga'uiha, Miss Tika Creations. And of course, that is our final contestant in the stage interview section tonight. And of course, our judging panel now can compile their scores and their comments. O ku fia whainga maari koe ni ke whawhawhila kia tu kia teke mō tolu, ai Miss Pacific Tonga, ka koe Miss Samoa Foki ko Litara Yeremia Allen, tene whakahoko ai Siva Samoa I a Funga Stacey o I a Whiawhini. Whātalo whātu le mamalu le atu le nea whiawhia whaiei se Samoa te tolo tātou mawhtanga, o tātou taimile nei tātou langalangoina, le Siva tātou Miss Samoa, au le Miss Pacifica, Litara Yeremia Allen.
Thank you.
can be drawn across our ocean. From the Heilala to the Teuila, from the Ngatu to the Siapo, Whakaapa-apa, Wha'alu-alu, Lototo, Loto Maolalo, Tauhiva, Tausi Leva, Alofa, Ofa. Stories of old have taught us about our long intermingled histories across ocean, land, time, and space. In certain moments, God gives us mirrors to see and hear ourselves reflected in one another, restored, reminded, renewed. A sense of belonging and respect for one another deepened in mundane, beautiful, dignified moments. Tonga, I have seen God's light in your smile, your culture, the vulnerability and quiet strength of each contestant in the Miss Heilala pageant. The gifting of time, laughter, food, knowledge, and experiences with new friends and family. And of course, the perseverance and grace of our reigning Miss Heilala, Rachel. It is my honor to dedicate this performance to you, to Tonga, Ma'aloa Pito, o Whalahi atu, no Pacific, most
Another round of applause for our Miss Pacific 2025. We are honored to have her in our presence, Litara Iramia Allen. I'm sure I speak on behalf of every Tongan Litara. You've won our hearts. We're so grateful that Rachel and the committee had reached out to you and that you had joined us in the Miss Heilala 2025, adding so much value together with your sister, the Crown Miss of Cook Islands. Thank you very much. Right now, we're going to take a turn once again and have a look at the journey of our contestants throughout this week.
Malolele to the beautiful people of Tonga. My name is Rachel Angelica Omanakakapu Kutsenbel, your Miss Heilala for 2024-2025. I'm so excited to finally introduce our beautiful contestants who are vying for the crown for Miss Heilala 2025-2026.
Maloelele. My name is Annalie Pisa Tanuvasa Charlie. I hail from the beautiful village of Kolomotua, and I'm honoured to be representing Miss Lady Maria, Tonga, Australia, and I will be your contestant number 1.
Malolele. My name is Siosi'ana Patricia Lavulo Taumoepeau, and I'm representing as Miss Pangaimotu Island. I hail from Pasimoeafi and Gotu, and I'm serving as your contestant number 2.
Malolele. My name is Fungalaau Elisabeth Amanaki Mafi, and I hail from Nuku'alofa, Ha'apai, Fungalaau, Mauwhanga, and Halatu Ikolofo'o, and I will be your Miss Tongatapu. I am your contestant number 3.
Hello everyone, my name is Liliani Olie, and I came from Ha'apai, and I'm proud to represent the beautiful island of Ha'apai, Masani, and I'm your contestant number 4.
Malolele, my name is Siniva Ku'ulena Vaioleti To'avau. I hail from the villages of Lotofoa, Bangai Ha'apai, Palevai, and Ofu, and I am proudly representing Miss SNS USA 2025, and I am your contestant number 5.
Maloelele. My name is Talita Fainga'a. I am from the beautiful island of Vava'u. Mehe aloi talau, lotone yafu, fa moe pakiotui oi kolokakala. Lolo paongo, kolofahina, uiha Ha'apai. I'm representing Miss Current of Love Charity Vava'u. I'm your contestant number 6.
Malolele. My name is Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha. I am from the villages Aimapu'awaya, Makunga Mohuefa. Isa, ai esi kolopa kamea, mo Heilala Fuitahi. Kai fefe, ai esi ko ma'afu, mo otu kinekina. I am representing Miss Tika Creation 2025, and I am your contestant number 7.
Tongani ko tau taitari ki he kamata hano fua ki mono ui e ngahi pare o e ngahi whiauhi kamata mai he wiki Heilala i he ngahi e ria ki he kehe pia i he lolo Tongani o ko taitari ai ki he Miss Heilala o ne lotonga puke puke ai kalauni o Miss Heilala tau wafe ma ua wha wafe ma wani ma Rachel Kutenpeo o tonga whanonga mai ki he Stacey ke whake ngā hi pare ko ia. Kai he taimi tatau, whaonga ta pia whamalo lahi ke kau sponsor, potu ngā ue tak mamata mo e whulau e ewa a tonga, pure lahi kau ma e toenga kau ngā ue, e nau ke loto lelei, mo whawhenga maari, a wike Heilala tau anoa ua ni ma, ke whakamawhola atu whanga tonu, e tau reti o walfit po ni ma FM, e ke tau live streaming. Whamalo lahi whuka se misika, 5-star finance, group of companies me havelu loto, kau whataha mai i he polokalama i he whakamawhola o e sponsor o whakamawhola whanga tonu o e pōni me ngahi polokalama o e wike Heilala. He whakamalola ki a Semisika. 5-star finance, group of companies me havelu loto peke potunga o e takmamata mo e wholau e ewa a Tonga.
Again, as acknowledged, at this moment, we would like to acknowledge Stephen Fehoko and Fehoko Arts for their continuous support and sponsorship throughout the years. So firstly, we will have Miss Heilala with these gift bags which were provided by Fehoko Arts, and she will be handing it over to each contestant. Mokata ke paspasi imai bengahi mea ofa ko ini ke kotoa o e kaupine mui. Pea mea Stephen Fehoko pea moe Fehoko Arts.
Let's put our hands together for Sione Fehoko and Fehoko Arts and Tours. Beautiful gifts this evening. Now our reigning Miss Heilala will present some gifts to our reigning Miss Cook Islands, who's here tonight, Ngate Pareo Marie Mawate, and also present a gift tonight to our reigning Miss Samoa and Miss Pacific Islands, Litara Yeremia Allen.
Now we've come to the moment we've all been waiting for, and we're going to start with the prizes. We will continue to ask Ms. Heilala to hand out the special awards to the winners, and then we will call on our guests of honor and also their excellencies who are joining us this evening to also award the remaining prizes for this evening.
In our first special award this evening, the Miss Personality Award for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia, Miss Annalie Pisa Tanuvasa Chou. Please put your hands together again, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Personality tonight, won by Miss Lady Maria Tonga Australia.
Seen a lot of women, but God took his time on you.
Our second special award for this evening is Miss Popularity. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Popularity 2025, Miss Pangaimotu Island, Miss Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Popularity, Miss Pangaimotu Island. Next special award is Miss Photogenic. The winner of Miss Photogenic is also Miss Pangaimotu Island, Miss Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
The next special award is Miss Tourism Award. Miss Tourism Award 2025 goes to Miss Pangaimotu Island, Miss Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
Seen a lot of women, but God took his time on you. Pretty brown skin girl, prettiest in the room. Been around the world, but I always seem to come back to. I come back to my roots. Maybe it's in your face, maybe it's in your ways, maybe it's in your long curly hair, baby. Maybe it's just your skin, maybe it's when you pain, maybe it's just your skin.
Put your hands together for the Miss Tourism Award 2025, Miss Pangaimotu Island. The final special award tonight is the Best Te Unga Tau'olunga 2025, or the Best Tau'olunga Costume. For the Best Te Unga Tau'olunga, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Miss Pangaimotu Island, Miss Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
But I always seem to come back to. I come back to my roots. Maybe it's in your face, maybe it's in your ways, maybe it's in your long curly hair, baby. Maybe it's just your skin, maybe it's when you pain, maybe it's just your skin.
Give it up again, ladies and gentlemen, for the Best Te Unga Tau'olunga Award.
At this moment, I would like to call on the guest of honor and also your excellencies. If I could have staff of Tonga Tourism, please guide them on top of the stage, and we'll continue on with the awards for this evening. We're going to continue on with our main categories, which were judged. And as I've alluded to, I've called on the guest of honor this evening, the Honorable Mo'ale Finau, together with the Excellencies, the Ambassador of China, the Australian High Commissioner, and also the Ambassador of Japan, who will be presenting these awards. The categories, of course, if we could just run them by the categories.
So the categories in this evening is the interview category, the sarong or lava lava category, the talent category, the tau'olunga category, the Puletaha category, and of course the island creation category. So they're the categories that will be awarded this evening, and we'll be going through the second runner-up, the first runner-up, and then the winner in each of those categories.
And then from there, we will call out our top 5, counting from 5 to your Miss Heilala 2025-2026. Can I kindly ask on our honored guests to please be upstanding at the front there.
Can we give a round of applause for our guest of honour and our diplomatic corps from Australia, Japan and the People's Republic of China.
If we can kindly ask, we're going to start with a pre-pageant interview. If I could ask the Ambassador, the People's Republic of China, if you could do the honour of handing out the awards for the pre-pageant interview. So for the pre-pageant interview, in third place, we have Miss Pangaimotu, Miss Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
So in the category of interview, so still in the interview category, we'd again ask Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, if you would be continue to present our awards in the interview category. Second in the interview category this evening, ladies and gentlemen, was Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first place for the pre-pageant interview goes to Miss Current of Love, Charity Vava'u, Talita Fainga'a, Heilala Pageant.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we now move on to the sarong or the lover category, and I'd like to ask the esteemed High Commissioner of Australia, His Excellency Brett Batley, if he could kindly present the awards to our recipients in the sarong or lover category. Starting in third place. Third place in the sarong category, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Tika Creations, Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha.
In second place for the sarong wear, first runner-up, we have Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi.
And now first place in the sarong or lava category, ladies and gentlemen, was Miss Pangaimotu, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
Now, moving on to our next judging event of the Talent Quest, I'd like to ask on His Excellency, the Japanese Ambassador to Tonga, to please do the honor. In third place, second runner-up for the talent, we have Miss SLS USA, Siniva Ku'ulena Vaioleti Vava'u.
Second tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in the talent category. The second tonight is Miss Pangaimotu Island, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
And the first place for the Talent Quest for 2025 goes to Miss Current of Love, Charity Vava'u, Talita Fainga'a.
Next, we're going to move on to the Tauranga category. But before we do that, if I could also invite Miss Pacific Islands and Miss Cook Islands to make their way to the stage to also participate in our award ceremony this evening. If the Honourable Guest of Honour, the Minister for Tourism, could be prepared to present the Tauranga category tonight. In the Tauranga category, in third place this evening, ladies and gentlemen, was Miss Ha'apai Masani Ati Liliani Olie.
first runner-up, second place for the Tau'olunga, we have Miss SNS USA, Siniva, Vaioleti, Vava'u.
And the winner of the Tau'olunga category for 2025 goes to Miss Tika Creations, Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha.
We have two judging categories left. We have the Puletaha and also the Island Creation. Can I now ask the Miss Pacific Island and also Miss Cook Islands to join us on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, mo paspasi mai ko Miss Pacific Island pa mo Miss Cook Island. Miss Pacific Island, Litara Irmia Allen, if I could kindly ask you to please award those that are taking it for the Puletaha. In third place for the Puletaha, we have Miss Hapai Masani, Andy Liliani Olie.
Ladies and gentlemen, second in our Puletaha category this evening. The second prize goes to Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi.
For the Puletaha goes to Miss Pangaimotu, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
We move now to the Island Creation category, and if I could kindly ask Miss Cook Islands if you would be kind enough to present our awards to our winners in the Island Creation category. Starting in third place tonight in the Island Creation, prize goes to Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi.
The first runner-up, or in second place for the Island Creation, this goes to Miss Pangaimotu, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Island Creation category this evening goes to Miss Tika Creations, Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the final part, and that's the fourth runner-up, the third runner-up, the second runner-up, the first runner-up, and of course then the winner of Miss Heilala 2025. So starting with our fourth runner-up this evening, ladies and gentlemen, the award will be presented by the guest of honour, the Honourable Mo'alewhenau Minister for Tourism here in the Kingdom of Tonga. And it goes to Miss SNS USA, Siniva Kulena Vaioleti Tuabao.
In fourth place, third runner-up, this goes to Miss Tongatapu, Fungalaau, Elisabeth, Amanaki, Mafi.
In third place, or our second runner-up this evening, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Miss Tika Creations, Malia, Toatepi, Tonga'uiha.
Ladies and gentlemen, in second place and your first runner-up for 2025, we have Miss Current of Love Charity Vava'u Talita Fainga'a, Heilala Pageant.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, this is the moment you have all been waiting for as we announce the winner and your new Miss Heilala 2025-2026. And the winner is Miss Pangaimotu, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau. Your Miss Heilala 2025-2026. Miss Pangaimotu. Miss Pangaimotu.
Miss Pangaimotu, Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau.
To tell me, baby, so I know I'm on the line. You're more than one more time.
your Miss Heilala 2025-2026 Miss Pangaimotu Island. And please keep your applause going for all of our contestants this evening in Miss Heilala 2025.
So everybody that's not there when you're around me. The way you make me feel, the way your love is real.
Hange pe ko yak mo me mai ki ai ko e wheloa ki whiawhia e ka koha whiawhia I he kuna ka whakawha ko ia e whiauhi o e Miss Heilala ko ia ki he wanoa wanima I kuna ia e he Miss Pangaimotu Island hange pe ko yak mo me mai ki ai Siosi'ana, Patricia, Lavulo, Taumoepeau o e
toki whakakato ai ngahi whawhiawhia I koia e tau kau I kuna I he whiawhini. Ka koukole ki he tau Miss Heilala, ke ka taki pataha pepe a mo I kau misi. Mo ka taki, mo mea pehe stage hena, ka tau whaosi, tau proklama koia he whiawhini, pia ka hilia pa tau toki whakakato ai pe a he whiawhini. Ko e lava kakato ia ai ngahi o wau koia I he wike Heilala o I wanoa wanima. O kwai ai whakamaloa ki he tonga ko Toatepi, I he tau kau whakataha, pia mei he whinamotu anika, o maa whoke o koa ngā au e koia na e tataki, mo whakatau keia ki mautolu, I he wike Heilala o I wanoa wanima. Kai tuk moa ke whakaosi aki e tau proklama koia o I wike Heilala o wanoa wanima, e tau talamonu ke ene awhio tamatu I Tupou wono, tuku hono ngahi whili ke Movetepe, tuku e nau tuuni ke liliu ke Valepe. Eiki ai ke fuoloa ange moha ngahi tau. Tau whetuku hakoloa tauhi ho mauhau. E sihova, mea mai e maupunou, ke ketari e maulotu o malui a Tupou. Toa whātu.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here at Miss Heilala 2025. We acknowledge not only our new reigning Miss Heilala, but all of our contestants competing this evening, our businesses and sponsors, our guest of honour, our reigning Miss Pacific Islands, Miss Cook Islands, who's here today as well as our diplomatic community for being here. We thank you all. We'd like to give praise to God. We also want to uplift the name tonight of His Majesty, King Tupou VI, of which we celebrate his birthday today. But without any further ado, we'd like to conclude tonight's program in a word of prayer. I'd like to call upon Reverend Ian Tuihalingangie, the police reverend, to kindly make his way to the front to conclude tonight's Miss Heilala in a word of prayer. Ko le atu mai whakapaapa ki whaiwhekau koia e Potongāwe polisi a Tonga, ko whaiwhekau Ian Tuihalingangie, ke whakaosi e tau polokala mo e whiawhini mo e wike Heilala a ki halotu. Malo au pito.
Malo ko kore ke mo toko ni mai. Ko ka DJ George ka ta ko mai tau himi tuku foi vesta ka ta fai tau lotu.
O kuiaiha ki whanua o kutu I o seni na e ika ike mau o tua na e masiva e lele.
Mafi matangata ko mauto mai whaewane. O mauto e hanga tu e whahosinga o e katoanga whawhiwhiani. I he loto honga ia maoni. Mai whamalo loto haunga ki he maungo i a lau mai rea awhiona na e toka i he katoa ngā molu maluni. O kumerino pe anonga be ai whare, pa mohono kau mātanga, pa mohono kau whiauhi. Ka mai o mau whamalo ko e tala e ko tuku mai, ke hoko ai kau whiwhineni mo kinau tolko tope i mua, mo kinau tolko tope e hoko mai a mui, ko e whai taki anga ia ke whai ai mui mui, mo e tala whakataata ki ai. Pea ko mawakai ke kau whiwhine whiauhi, ko e whangaki toko hoa ko Toatepi, o kunau i kuna ko Toatepi. Ko e ke haa mamahi, pau mau whawhita i rotai ki o awhio. Ta toka aho o whai a te kumatolo ka mau ka mātou ko e pōkoeni. Mea toa ik whananglangi pia mo toenga e whakatahangani. Pea pehe ke mise Heilala fo'o. Kene mao hawhiau hi ngai whiau o kuhanga mai mi ana. Hawhiau i lelei mo whiawhia pia mo monu ia. Pia mo hatala monu wa osi ki hene awhio ko tui o tonga. Ke kei hoko atu ai tui. O e whonoani. Pia mo e pure atu Tupou o taingata. O e maulotu ia i huafa o aloka ko mauhu i ko Sisu Klaisi. Amen.
Ko e lava kakato ia ai wike Heilala mui mai e tau whamafola ngai whiau i ki hoi fua. Pe ki ono Fungalaau ni e pōni hange ko ia ko tau uongona. Ko e ngahi tuunga ko ia mei he nima ki he uluaki te uto e lawe atu ki ai whika nima i he whilimise Heilala tau wafe ma ua nima o ko aluia ki a Siniva ku lena Vaioleti Vava'u whika wha Fungalaau Elisabeth Amanaki Mafi whika tolu Malia Toatepi Tonga'uiha ko e whika ua i he pōni te au hi whakatoa e Miss Heilala ko Talita Vika Toria e Seta Moala Fainga'a. Ko Totaha kune mau ai kalauni o Miss Heilala tau anoa uanima. Mau ia ke Miss Pangaimotu Siosi'ana Patricia Lavulo Taumoepeau. Ko toi ngai whare te tau toku whakai ki atu. Ke tau pesi Facebook. Whamalo ia ai minister. E pe ki he pure o e takamamata, potuhai takamamata mo fulai vewa tonga. E nau kei loto lelei, ki whapaanga ai wiki Heilala kakato pono ngai polo kalama. E ki whamafola e tau reo te hovalu fitu poi nima e whaemba. Pe foki ki he tau live streaming mo e tau YouTube. Whamalo lai foki ki a se misika. Mo e 5-star finance, group of companies, mei havelu loto. Se misika. Ko e whafafonga malolo i e Tongatapu ua. Kau mai i he sponsor o e wike Heilala tau anoa wanima. Whamalo i aki modolo kotope mo mea mai i he ope. I he tau live stream whamalo atu ka teke modolo mo loto lelei. Ke tuhifo pe e tau comments. Ko ia ka tau mau hawhi au hi whiawhia. Whamalo atu ka teke modolo mo ke i mea ngau e aki. Ai tau reo te o walu tipu ni mai maa, ke tau konoko i o Tongan, i ola i fia o te au o Pakai i kau whewhine, toko.
Wait, I'll just, when I fix it.